Hello, people. What is going on? Welcome back to E20 Zone TV's late night player ratings edition. I've calmed down from earlier, but I've got a lot to say on this player ratings tonight. And I'm not really going to roll back anymore. I really ain't because it's quite a somber evening tonight. I've just watched it on Match of the Day, and I'm going to give you sort of my thoughts on the player ratings and obviously the sad passing of Billy Bonds. Before I get started, though, please do smash a like on the video. Goes a long way. If you want to be a subscriber, subscribe to the channel. It also goes a long way. And you know what? Today really does put life into perspective. Um, like it really does. I got Aston Villa fan in there, so no my Lucas Paqueta out. Just hang about, mate. You're gonna get my full thoughts on Lucas Paqueta tonight. But let's start off at the beginning and let's start off with the goalkeeper. I don't think Ariola had a bad game, if I'm being truthfully honest. He's conceded 2 goals. The first goal, I think it's excellent work from Isak. I think the second goal is poor defending from Mavropanos. Does some good saves in the first half. Wasn't really troubled from what I remember, other than picking the ball out of his net. I'm going to give him a 6 tonight. I'm going to make this rating pretty short and sweet. 6 out of 10. Didn't really do a lot wrong for me. Let's come to Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who got done consistently by Gakpo every single time he was coming forward. Gakpo, he had sort of Wan-Bissaka sort of all ends up. Wasn't his day-to-day Wan-Bissaka, and he's usually a good one-on-one defender, but today he didn't do nothing of any note. Sad, really, because I was expecting a bit better from him and Youth on both flanks, and none of them did anything. For that, this one's going to be pretty short and sweet. I'm going to give him a 5. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 10. We've held 2 again. It was 2 last week. It's 2 today. It was 2 against Burnley. We're holding too many goals, and that goes along the back line for me. 5 out of 10. Right, let's come to Mavropanos. Tricky one, this rating, because I thought when he started off the game, I thought he done all right. I thought he done it. I really did. I thought he was all right. Then he does like a sort of semi mistake. Then he goes into his shell. The second goal is poor from him. He like if that's your centre half, and if you go back and watch it, I've just watched it. He doesn't even like. There's no aggression in it. It was a bit school ground sort of defending, schoolboy defending. Um, I thought he was okay. He was okay, but obviously we need better than okay. What am I going to rate Mavropanos out of 10 for tonight? He's held 2. I thought he started off okay. He drifted in and out of the game. I give him a high 5 for me. Nothing amazing. High 5 out of 10. And do you know what? I thought Mav could have like on the second goal. I know he was down to 10 men, but it's just poor. It's poor defending. But I thought he was okay. I thought he was just okay. And I think we need to be better than just okay, if I'm being honest. So, high 5 for me. Let's come to this man, John Clare today, but another better performance from him today. Like, defending pretty good, one-on-one defending pretty good. I do think him and Mavropanos are very like shy to the first goal. Yeah, they're too busy defending and not looking where like the players are in front of them. No one's picking up Isak, who is literally waiting for the ball to come to him. Nevertheless, I thought he was all right. I'm going to give him a 6. Yeah, maybe a strong 6 for me. Right, he's not on Mavropanos' level. Right, I thought he's better than Mavropanos, but I give him a strong 6 out of 10. Right, let's come to this man, and that is Malik Diouf. Poor. I'm going to say it how it is. Poor tonight. Yeah. Um, his crosses are becoming a bit predictable. Right, when he gets the ball out of his feet, yeah, it doesn't really beat the first man. Right, the amount of times in the game where I'm literally shouting at the screen, run, run, and he just doesn't want to run. Like it doesn't. Like he checks his run, he goes back, he plays it sideways. Like everything is just not how it was. Yeah, and when he at the start of the season, I thought he was all right, Youth, but recently defending wise, not as good. Yeah, going forward, crossing and all, like crosses coming in all different shapes and angles, like, and it's just like it's like he plays in an area. He doesn't play like to put it on the geezer's head. He plays it into an area, and that is where he wasn't that good today. Yeah, I'm going to give him a high 5 out of 10. Nothing amazing at all. Pretty average. Um, yeah, flat for me. I need to see better from Malik Juve. Simple as that. Right, let's get to one of your comments while we go through. James, hello, mate. Paqueta can go in January for me. We will get to Lucas Paqueta in a little while, so stay tuned and smash the like button. Goes a long way. Right, let's come to this guy, and that is Magassa. Unlucky today to be booked. Simple as that. Unlucky to be booked. Slides in, wins the ball, gets his full foot on the ball, but then gets a yellow card from a referee that I will discuss later on as a being a twat. Yeah. Makes a challenge in the first half, sorry, where Liverpool are coming forward and it's late, right? And he gets away with it. Gets away with it. I think this kid's got the goods, very raw, very sort of needs to learn a bit more, but I don't mind that three-man midfield. Fernandez, Magassa, Potts. I think that's all right. I really do. I've got every faith in it. If Magassa can get he's up to speed and be a bit more confident in playing the ball forward instead of being a bit more reserved, then the better we are going to be. I'll give him a 6. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. He did get subbed off and all, so for the time he was on the pitch, 6 out of 10 for me. Right, let's come to this guy. £40 million. People laughed at me. You're not laughing now, ladies and gentlemen. You're not laughing now. Mateus Fernandez. For me, worth every penny. He's worth every penny. Another very good performance today. Gets on the ball, breaks up play well. He's got the energy. I just hope West Ham don't go down this year, yeah. Because if we lose him, right, after we've just got him, then that'd just be like a sucker punch for West Ham. I thought he was very good, very good. I thought the midfield sort of worked to a point, and when West Ham was doing stuff good, it was all coming from the midfield area. I'll give him. What am I going to give him? I'll give him a 7. I'll give him a 7. Obviously, we've lost the game, so I can't overpraise him. But I'm going to be honest and say that he had a really good performance today. He's probably like the standout player for me from the West Ham side of things. So, yeah, I'll give him a strong 7 out of 10 for me. Let's come to this guy, and that is Frederick Potts. I thought Freddie had a good game. I really did. I thought he was all right. He got stuck in. He made a great tackle in the second half where Liverpool were attacking, nicks the ball off the player. What this man is doing right at present is so good to see. But as West Ham fans, and one thing that I've always said, you can't lie to a West Ham fan. You just can't. You can't lie to us because we're not blind and we can see what's really going on. And we always knew that Freddie was going to be a top player, and he will be a top player for West Ham. Right. Right now, he's learning on the job and he's doing all right. I thought today he got around the pitch well, got stuck in well, passed the ball pretty decent, played the ball out wide and into space when we needed it to. Yeah, good performance. I'll give him a 7 and all. Like, I actually think Potts and Fernandez were probably our two shining lights in a very, very dark sort of day for me. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I'll keep it pretty simple on that. Right, this is the moment you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lucas Paqueta. To say this right now, I'm done with this player. Completely done. I don't ever want to see this man playing in a West Ham shirt ever again after today. That's it. It's over for me. And there's many reasons why, which I'm going to get to. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to start off with his performance first before I get to the red card. I thought he was there today. Nothing amazing. Recycled the ball pretty well. Tried to play the ball between the lines. Half decent-ish. Excuse me. Other than that, I don't remember a lot else he done. He had a half effort in the first half, like half volley. If it goes in the top corner, it's one of the goals of the season. Second half, nothing of any note from what I remember. And then obviously we get to the red card. Now, this red card, there's many ways of looking at it. People are going to say you're going over the top, right? But one thing I work on in life is respect. You give me respect, I'll give you my life. Yeah. And Lucas Paqueta today showed no respect for someone who was a legend of this club and made it all about him, right? It's as simple as that. When I look at the red card, right, Krug goes in, causes a foul, yeah, and referee gives a free kick. Now Lucas Paqueta's doing his nut, throwing his arms up in the air. Listen, he's frustrated. It happens, right? He wants to win. He wants to get the ball, whatever. Gets the other card. To then go on and carry on, right, like you're some child in a fucking shop who's run out of sweets and you're sulking, that goes way over the line for me. It goes way over the line. Now, I have watched it back. I've watched back every other clip that I've can find of that incident, from the moment it happened to the actual moment where he's actually walking down the tunnel. And I don't ever want to see this geezer play for West Ham ever again, right? I don't care if he's world class or anything. There is a standard and there is a moral respect at this club that I stand by. Yeah. And some things you've got to not make it about yourself. Right. Today was about someone else. And listen, you can be frustrated in the moment. And I'm not defending the referee today because the referee was fucking awful. Absolutely awful. The referee was absolutely disgusting in the way he ref the game. He could not wait to send Lucas Paqueta off. I think he knew he was just waiting for him to carry on a bit more to get him off the pitch. But nevertheless, Lucas Paqueta is a grown ass man, right? He plays football for a living. He's known for having yellow cards for dissent, right? I checked something out earlier wrong when I done a space, and someone sent me something. He's been booked the last 5 times in a row, right? That tells me all I need to know. This man doesn't want to fucking be here no more, right? And I don't want him here no more. And today we needed clear heads, clear hearts, clear minds. And the only thing that I can see with Lucas Paqueta is he wants out of this club. It's as simple as that. Now, when I look at people like Billy Bonds, who done 799 appearances for this club over many years, right? He coached this club, he managed this club, he's done everything fucking with West Ham United. And I look at people like Lucas Paqueta, and people are saying, "Oh, it ain't his fault." I'm sorry, yeah, it is his fault tonight. Yeah, he has the opportunity to walk away, right? You can call him a twat under your breath, right? Or walk away and say a few words and then walk away, right? Because you don't represent yourself on the pitch. You represent West Ham United Football Club. And the sooner some of these players realise that they represent us, the better. It's as simple as that. So for today and for what he's done today, he's getting a 0 out of 10, right? I feel it's disgusting the way he got sent off. If he goes sliding in, it's a late challenge, I can sort of accept it, right? If he stops a goal from happening, gets yellow card, I can accept it. I can't accept someone who's doing their nut because they've been booked, consistently doing their nut because they've been booked, and then gets booked again. And then people want to feel sorry for him because of all the stuff that's happened in the 2 years. So what he's going to do is do the same thing that he's been done for over the last 2 years by getting himself booked. That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. So yeah, he gets a 0 out of 10. And the statement, I'm going to get to the statement and all that he's come out with that I see on X, that he sort of responded to a video from Sky Sports, basically, of the incident, and saying about what's happened in the past. What about what's happened today, Lucas? What about what's happened in the morning? Do you know what I mean? And maybe some of these players might need to go and see some of the old fucking legends of the game, like your Trevor Brookins, right? And sit down and understand what it means to play for this club. Because I care about this club, like you guys in the chat, right? And I don't want no Ponce fucking Brazilian or Frenchman or fucking German at our club who doesn't care about this club, because they fuck off and go somewhere else, right? We're still here. We're still here at this club. So yeah, he gets a 0 out of 10 for me. All right, let's come to this man, and that is Jared Bowen. Um, Someone in the chat there saying Bowen won't get no criticism. Well, you're wrong because he will get some criticism from me right now because I work on fact, not fucking fiction. I love Jared Bowen as a player. As a player, love him. Yeah, he gave me my best moment in Prague when he buried that chance and won us that trophy. Right, many years ago. Right, today he got doubled up on and trebled up on by Liverpool. Liverpool knew how to handle Jared Bowen. Every time he got the ball, they literally marked him out the game and stopped him from doing anything. I noticed it on the watch along. I was watching him and I was like, he just can't get in the game at all because Liverpool was pushing him wide, not doing nothing. For his performance today, I'm going to give him a 5 because it was just average, nothing. Had a go, had a great effort in the second half, right at the death. Where that goes is it's one of the best goals West Ham scored all season. But as a captain, this is where the problem is with me. And I had a little debate earlier on the space, and I'm going to say it right now. He's not captain material. I blame Lucas Paqueta for a hell of a lot of what he done in getting sent off, but I do blame Bowen also because Bowen's too nice. He's too nice. He needs, if that's a proper captain, a captain turns around and drags him away and tells the manager, which I am going to look at Nuno on this and all. Nuno just stands there and he's like, doesn't know what, like, it's like he's frozen. Like he's frozen. Yeah. So for Bowen as a captain, I think that's a bit of a problem. I really do. We're in a relegation battle, right? We can't be having people getting sent off. We need a strong leader to lead us to safety. Is Jared Bowen the guy? Now, as a player on the pitch, excellent. And this is where you've got to separate the two. It seems like when people criticise Bowen, yeah, as captain, you feel like people keep thinking you're criticising the player. No, I'm not. I'm criticising him as captain skills. Yeah, leadership, communication, things like that have to be looked at and assessed. And today and I've watched it back. I just watched it back 15 minutes ago. When he's speaking to Darren England, the referee, he's seeing Lucas Paqueta lose it, but he's focusing on the ref. When it should be, he should be looking to get the player away. Alisson, Liverpool's goalkeeper, is looking to get Paqueta away. Bowen isn't. Bowen's not doing nothing, right? And what happens if it happens again? Like, this is the second time now that I've seen this, right? There's 2 times that this has happened today, and it happened with Mohamed Kudus at Spurs when Kudus was going into one and Bowen was too busy getting the player of Spurs off him rather than getting our player away from the situation. That's where the problem is at the end of the day. And it's nothing against the man. I'm going to make it abundantly clear right now. I love Jared Bowen, but as a captain, I think we've just chucked him in and hoped for the best. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. He gets a 5 for me. I know someone just said in the chat there, 5 for Bowen is generous. It is a bit generous, but he was trying. He was defending. He was trying to go forward. He did have a great effort towards the back end of the game. But I think Liverpool just sucked him like out of the game, basically. And it's as simple as that. Right, let's come to the subs. Now, there weren't many. Crew come on, Suchek come on. They're all going to get sort of standard ratings, so I'm not even going to bother with that in doing the subs because there really is no point. Let's come to this man, and that is the referee. Disgraceful. Simple as that. I can blame him for a lot of the situation today because he was one of the worst refereeing performances I've probably witnessed this season. That's saying something. And Darren England is one of the worst referees. Amount of times that players were going down, Lucas Paqueta being one of them, getting fouled, not being given. The sending off of Lucas Paqueta, I think to go and give him a yellow card for the action that he did, I think is petty. I think it is petty, if I'm being truthfully honest. I think when you can't wait to send him off for the second one, that's when problems start arising for me. Uh, yeah, he gets a two for me. Two for turning up, putting his boots on and shorts and shirt and running around Stratford. Right, shit, absolute shit for me. Right, let's get to. I'll get to your comments shortly. I'm just gonna get to this one. Um, right, I'm gonna get all you involved now on this with Mr. Nuno because I haven't watched any other content. Yeah, I've literally done what I've needed to do, and I'm here right now. I've got a bit of a problem with Nuno with certain things. Really, I thought the lineup was good. The subs are too late, and yeah, it is a bit of a problem. I will get to Callum Wilson in a minute, but it would be a short rating, right? Even though I've missed Callum Wilson. But Nuno, for me, at half time, like I would have thought, like, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to try and hold Liverpool, or are you looking to try and beat Liverpool? Liverpool wasn't good. Liverpool wasn't good today. They were fucking bang bang average, right? And we made some of their players look like well beaters. Like Verts has done nothing all season. He turns up at Stratford, looks $1 million, right? I don't understand when it's all going off with Lucas Paqueta. He stands there, does nothing. He's not calling Bowen over. He's not shouting to Lucas Paqueta to get away. He's not doing nothing, right? And he can see it from afar. And listen, I'm not going to like talk on anyone's behalf here, but as West Ham fans that we all are, wherever you are, whatever fucking country you're in right now, watching this, you would have seen it and gone, why is no one pulling him away? Now, if it ain't Bowen pulling him away, why is the fucking Nuno not saying nothing? Nuno stands there and does absolutely nothing. Nothing of any note. And I'm like, what? What are you seeing? Like, what are you trying to do? This Nicholas Füllkrug thing, right? When he brings Nicholas Füllkrug on, we're bringing on players who don't even want to be here. And we're hoping that he's going to turn it on, right? Nothing. Again, Nuno. The one thing I can say about Nuno at present is it ain't his team. It ain't, all right? He ain't got none of these players or anything like that. So he's got a pass on that. But I felt like today, like we was lackluster, right? Liverpool held 7 goals in a week, and they turn up at our gaff, and we struggle to make anything happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna sort of go back to last week also. Everyone moaned, right, about Callum Wilson coming off on the 52nd minute. There was people saying you've got to keep Callum Wilson fit. Well, where the fuck was that today when he comes off on the 78th minute? I'm fed up with hearing bollocks and lies. That's what I'm fed up with. And people thinking that they know what's going on when our eyes don't lie. Because our eyes don't lie. It's as simple as that. So today, Nuno, I'm going to give him a 4. And that's me being kind. Yeah, I'm not. That's 2 weeks now where I've looked at him and I thought there's something not right here. Right. And the two results, and one thing I've noticed, and I am going to say this, I fucking am. It's we get a couple of results and people think they're back. But if you have been watching West Ham for as long as I have, and as long as many others have, we're not back yet. We're far from being back, right? 2 results doesn't change our fortunes, right? Let's see where we are after 10 results, or like, and being 7 unbeaten, right? I'm concerned. I've been saying this for a long, long time. I really have. That it will come to January the 1st. I'm praying West Ham are not adrift. That's what I'm hoping for, right? And I hope Nuno's got enough about him. Simple as that. I just hope he's got enough. Yeah, he gets a 4 out of 10 for me. Right, I'm going to get to this man quickly. Callum Wilson. All right, I'll make it short and sweet. He was there. I don't know what happened with Chiarte, right? I'm not going to lie, but 1 minute he's on Chiarte of Liverpool, then he changes to goes to Van Dijk. Doesn't make no sense. He does 78 minutes. He should have come off a little bit earlier, really. Well, the moment we go 1-0 down, Souček should have been on, um, and got a bit more direct. Wasn't to be. He brings Fulkrug on, which that's fuck all. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10 for that. Right, I'm gonna get to a few of your comments. Let's get to Fortune's down under. Our hips don't lie. Well, my hips don't lie, mate, at all. I've got some big hips. We rely on a team where our goalkeeper has more assists than our most creative player this season. Sullivan is the only playmaker in in this club. Mate, honestly. Let's see how Nuno reacts to Paqueta. He may drop him as Nuno doesn't accept bullshit from his players. Great comment. Absolute great comment, that one. Now you're going to see if Lucas Paqueta is how can I put it, a manager's favourite, right? Because listen, Ward Prowse was exiled out straight away. Lucas Paqueta's done the ultimate today. He really has. He's done the ultimate sin for me, and it is the ultimate sin. And I will get to one final rating in a minute, right? Which everyone will probably enjoy that. So I'm just going to look at your comments. Nuno's always in no man's land. We have a chance of nicking a game. Yeah, but I think some of these players need to look at themselves. And I think Nuno needs to look at himself because I'm a bit sceptical with him at the minute. But I do think some of these players need to look at themselves and think, right, are you up for the challenge of being a West Ham player? I think we've got too many passengers at this club right now. And yeah, it's not good. Let's get to this one. Today actually broke me. If some of these players can't get up for today, of all days, when will they be up for it? I completely agree. Right, I'm going to get to this quickly, and that is this man, Mr. Billy Bonds. What a man. What a man. I'm going to tell you a few things now. He's one of the reasons what got me into West Ham. My granddad was from Plaistow and basically turned around and said to me, "You will support West Ham United." And growing up as a young kid, Billy Bonds was all the rage, especially when it comes to West Ham. Obviously, I never really got to see his career, but obviously you see the 1980 FA Cup, like him lifting the trophy. He won 2 FA Cups, in fact. He done so much for this club, so much. Yeah, and he is. If you want a West Ham player, you want Billy Bonds. That's what you want. You want someone who will literally bleed for this club. Will give absolutely everything to play in the shirt. Absolutely enjoy being at the club. Understands what it means from the fans. He relates to the fans as much as we relate to players. Yeah, that's why we're very sentimental, if I'm being honest, when it comes to academy of football, young players, players who have come through like the youth setup and beyond. His memory will live on forever at West Ham. There's no doubt about it. He will have the same sort of legacy and status as Bobby Moore. Now, Bobby Moore was a great, yeah, obviously won the World Cup with England, etc. But Billy Bond's done so much for West Ham, so much, being a sort of South London lad, really, like South East London, and coming over and being West Ham's sort of top players and planning to his 40s, which I just heard about just earlier on. Yeah, just absolute gentleman. And today should have been about him. Yeah, this is where I'm going to go back to Lucas Paqueta in a minute. Today should have been about him. Today has been made about Lucas Paqueta, and that is why I will never forgive Lucas Paqueta after today. Never. I don't care if this geezer goes and scores 7, 10 goals, right? When he comes back from his like 2-match ban. I will never forgive him for today. Never. Because he has turned around and he's made it about himself when it should have been about this man. Because this man actually represents our club in the right way. And I can't forgive him for that. Simply can't. And people go, well, it's raw now. See where you are in a few weeks. No, I work on loyalty basis. Yeah, I work on loyalty, and I work on people that actually generally care about this club. We're in the modern day at the minute where if Billy Bonds would have been on the pitch today, Lucas Paqueta would have been going home with a black eye and a busted nose, and rightfully so, rightfully so. And I think we're, I think we've got a team for the pussies, if I'm honest. Yeah, and that's me being brutal. And this man wasn't. He was a fighter. He was a leader, and he gave my dad's generation, my granddad's generation, the best moments of being a West Ham fan. Yeah, I've had my best moment. I've seen Prague. I've seen everything, but for it to will come to an end now, and the next one after this will probably be someone like Trevor Brooking. Like, it does really put your life into perspective. It really, really does. So for this man, rest in paradise, mate. I don't really like to say rest in peace because I don't want it to be peace. Yeah, because I know he's going to be in paradise, but the man deserves untold amount of respect. His legacy will live on. Um, I know for a fact when I have kids, they will know who Billy Bonds was, Bobby Moore was. My nephew already knows who Billy Bonds and Bobby Moore is. Um, and it will continue. Do you know what I'm saying? Because what he is and what Harry was perceived as a player is how I and many others, yeah, whether you like me or not or whatever, that is what the West Ham is. That is what West Ham is, and that is Bobby Moore and Billy Bonds. It really is. So R.I.P. to you, mate. Rest in paradise. I'm going to get to your final comments, and then I'm going to wrap this up. When it comes to what I just said about Lucas Paqueta, I do stand on this. I really do, because I just feel like today and the statement and everything, and you're going to hear more about it tomorrow. Like when you go around the YouTube scene, whoever you follow, etc., it will come out about the statement and everything else, unless it already has. One thing I'm going to say is that I want to see the old West Ham return to this club sooner rather than later. And I think some of these players don't deserve to wear the same shirt as Bobby Moore, Trevor Brooking, Billy Bonds, and them greats, them people that have represented their club the right way, the right way. I think we're in a generation right now that we're surrounded by pussies and money grabbing bastards who just are in it for a pound note. And I feel like today they let him down. They let him down today. They really did. They let down a great. They simply let him down. And if I would have been in that change room today, I would have turned and said, "Remember who you're representing. Like you're representing 65,000 people out there, and millions of West Ham fans around the world, whether you're in Australia, America, Canada, where the fuck ever. Yeah." And then them players let us down today. They let him down today, right? And that is the more choking thing about it. You can let me down all you like, right? But you're letting down great people who have done a lot for this club. It's not right. It simply isn't. Colin says, James, I met Billy Bonds, nice gentleman. I remember playing on in a game with a blood-soaked bandage on his head. That's what I'm saying, mate. Like you've got to you've got to understand that sometimes in life, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and there is no middle. There is no middle of the road. I'm already seeing people trying to make excuses for Paqueta today, saying about the last 2 years. Fuck off. I'm not going to lie. What about the last 2 years that what we've been through as supporters of this club? You don't ever see us fucking moaning about it. Will you get on with it? Um, but nevertheless, whether he's been through like the last 2 years or whatever, not today. Tomorrow, fine. During the week, fine. Just not today. And not 3, 4 hours after the game. Absolutely pathetic, if I'm honest. Um, Mark, hope you're well, mate. Have to sell in January. Well, he has some value left. For me, he has to go in January for me. I don't want him here. Simple as that. I don't want him here now. Because I feel like he's gone over the line today. There's a lot of things that you can accept as a West Ham fan, but I think today you've gone over a line that as like you've pushed the narrative bad today. right? And to sort of come out and play the victim when the victims today are the family members of Billy Bonds who have lost a loved one. I just think it's not right. Sooner he's out the door, the better for me. And you know what? I feel gutted to say that about Lucas Paqueta. I really do, because I was one of the people that wanted to keep him and said like, come on, like let's keep him. Let's try and see what we can do this year with him in the side. After we supported him, I feel like he just spat in our faces today. I really did, and he spat in the face of someone who's fucking lived and breathed it and all. His memory today. So yeah, let's get to this one. Invest in someone who cares. I just post PR love when it suits him, not on the pitch. Yes, yeah, I agree. I agree. It's sad, mate. It really is. Right, I'm going to go for another 5 minutes. So any comments, chuck them in, read them out. Um, for me, moving forward, because it's over now, we can't change it, and we've got a big game at Old Trafford on Thursday night. I think this week is huge. We need to pick up some sort of result down the road, right? I definitely think Thursday night Old Trafford. I can't see us getting anything. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I really am. The only game I can actually see West Ham generally getting something out of is Aston Villa at home on the 13th or 14th of December. That's the only game I can really see that West Ham might nick something. Um, Other than that, I can't see us picking another point up until at least Fulham, which is quite dangerous, really. And this is where I've been looking at it. And the thing is with me, I strategize things. I look at all the angles and predictions, and I speak to a lot of people in like trade and things like that. As it's working out right now, come December the 25th, I expect West Ham to be at least in the bottom three, if not cut adrift by about 2 to 4 points. That's what I can see happening. I can see Leeds nicking a result something along the line, and I think it's out of us. I think it's out of us, Leeds, Burnley. That's what I think it is. I think Forest, even though they lost today, I think they will start nicking points. Um, so yeah, let's get to Lawrence. Hope Nuno gets some balls for Christmas. Well, on his tree. Yeah, I'll say that. Ian says Bowen needs out. Oh, fucking hell, if he goes, mate, it's all over, isn't it? Let's be real. Uh, right, let's get to this one. He's been on borrowed time for ages. His tricks are pathetic. His acting is, and he's disciplined. Yeah, it's a shame with him, mate. It is a shame, but I do feel like today he just went over. He went over the top today, and he didn't need to. He could have let it go. Right, it's getting sent off, but it's the statement that's done me today. Like coming out and playing the victim and all that when he's made it about him, but it shouldn't be. So you know, it is what it is. Right. Listen, people, that is me done. Right. I've done the player ratings. Gutted I didn't do Wilson before Nuno, but yeah, I was so in the zone there. Smash a like on the video, goes a long way. Hype the video up if you can, if you've still got any hypes left. My final thought on this player ratings is that it's a sad day. It's a sad day. And I said something on Twitter earlier on that sometimes you don't ever get to meet your greats or witness like great people like representing your club in any aspect, but we have. Yeah, I mean, and we've lost one of our own today. Like we really have. We lost someone who is literally West Ham. You look at Billy Bonds, you think West Ham United. So it's a sad day all round. It really is. So my condolences to his family. As for us moving forward, we need to pick a result up somewhere along the line. It's going to be a bit raw over the next sort of 24, 48 hours, but then we've got to get, like knuckle down and somehow get a result at Old Trafford, right? Um, and then we've got Brighton next Sunday at the Amex, where a place where we just don't win. So it's going to be. I've said it the other week, and I'll say it again. It's going to be an hard few weeks. Like this is what I'm expecting. Surprise me, West Ham. Please do, because I need surprising. But will they surprise me? I don't know. I really don't. Anyway, I'm going to love and leave yous. You take care of yourselves out there. Be safe, be good, and everything. And I will see you again in the week. R.I.P. Billy Bonds, West Ham legend. Peace.